Longmont, Colorado is a crown jewel of Boulder County. Have you been thinking about moving to Longmont? There's some pros and cons to think about. If you'd like to learn more, let's take a look. And when you're thinking about Longmont, Colorado, there's a couple of basic things to know about the town. There's about 100,000 people that live in Longmont, just a little shy, making it the second largest town in Boulder County. It is a beautiful area, and that brings the first pro to the forefront of why you would like to move to Longmont. It's the beautiful outdoors. Longmont is beautiful. It's stunning. It's close to the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, and anything outdoors, if that's your stick, then you have moved to the right place. There's hiking, there's bicycling, a number of the reservoirs that are here in town. There's a lot of paddleboarding that takes place, and it's just fantastic for outdoor activity. Outside of Longmont specifically, it's about 15 minutes from the foothills of the Rockies, and you're at nature's doorstep at that point. In town, one of my local favorite places is Macintosh Lake. It's got about a 3-mile loop that you can walk all or part of. It's got, part of it is paved, and then the other part on the far western area is dirt. So you can park in one of the various parks that dot the eastern side of the park and take in the beautiful Longs Peak Mountain that is there at your fingertips to take a look at, and then also just really enjoy the lake as you're walking around the edge. It makes for a spectacular morning walk or run. If you want something a little bit less in town, you're about 15 minutes from the foothills of the Rockies. And the great thing about Boulder County in general is that it has thousands of acres that have been set aside in open space that can be enjoyed for bicycling or hiking or anything that is outdoors in nature. Check out bouldercounty.org, and you can go to their open space, and it'll talk about all of the different places where you can do all of these great outdoor activities that you might be interested in doing. If you're wanting to go with your dog though, make sure that you double check before you go, because not all of the Boulder open space trails are open to our four-legged friends. Just make sure that you save yourself a little time and double check that you can bring your pup when you decide to go out. Let's talk about one of the cons of living in Longmont. That is, the home prices are going up dramatically. In January, the home prices for year over year in Longmont went up about 22%. As of the year, as it's starting off and going forward, that number is increasing dramatically even by the week. Part of that reason is because there's not a lot of new construction going on in Longmont. You have one community that's building some paired homes and another community that's building some townhomes, and there is one single family construction that's underway. But by and large, that's about it as far as new construction goes for the area. So it's putting a tremendous pressure on the resale market. Now, is it possible to buy in Longmont? Absolutely. We're doing it every day here. That being said, give me a call and I'll let you know what you can expect if Longmont is on your list of places to move to. Going back to some pros. If you need to commute to Denver or you need to commute to Boulder, Longmont can be a really great place to land. Going to Denver, we're really close to I-25, and that is the main north-south freeway that runs through the middle of Denver, and it takes usually about 40 minutes to 50 minutes depending upon the day and the traffic. So a lot of folks commute daily to Denver. The other big city that folks commute to is Boulder. Depending upon where you live in Longmont, it's between 10 minutes on the west side to the northern part of Boulder, up to 15 or so if you're living in the northeast part. If you're way up in the northeast part of Longmont, you're looking at probably 20 minutes to downtown Boulder. And that's what makes Longmont, both are very easily accessible, and that's what makes Longmont a choice for a lot of folks who need to commute, but who want to live in a little bit of a smaller community. So one of the cons of living in Longmont is that we don't have light rail. And that's not just in Longmont, that's in Boulder County in general. There's a phenomenal public transportation system as far as buses are concerned, but if light rail is important to you, then Boulder County is probably not going to make your list of places to go. If you're interested in learning more about public transit, just jump online to the Regional Transportation District. Everybody here knows it as RTD. Their website is rtd-denver.com. Take a look at it. It'll give you ideas of bus routes, places that you can transfer, park and rides, all sorts of great options for public transportation. Back to one last pro, Longmont has a wonderful little downtown area. When I moved to Colorado 14 years ago, one of the things that I loved about northern Colorado is the little downtown areas that dot the landscape of each of these little communities. Longmont is no exception to that. They have wonderful little locally owned shops that you can pop into and take a look around and support the local businesses. And they also have all sorts of different restaurants in the downtown area, everything ranging from pub food to Indian food to Irish fare, you name it. There's a lot of different options for you. So it's really a neat little community, especially in the little downtown, kind of old town Longmont area. And there's also a bunch of different festivals and events that give Longmont its own little personality, and it makes for a wonderful little community. So if you'd like to learn more about Longmont, don't hesitate to reach out and give me a call. If you're interested in learning more about whether or not Boulder County is the right fit for you, take a look at my video called The 3 Things to Think About When You're Living in Boulder County. I'm Teresa Lomax with Coldwell Banker. I post new content each Thursday. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button, give me a call, and send me a note. I'd love to hear from you. See you next Thursday. Have a great day.